How are you all doing? Greetings from the Crypto Blitz, where you may get your crypto fix. I'm Triple Van Winkle, your host. I hope that today is fantastic for everyone. Wednesday is the date. Do you understand what that means? Today is the day of the live stream. Yes, exactly. 700 p. Eastern Standard Time tonight. Despite the technical issues we encountered last weekend, it was an absolute blast. Tonight, we will do it correctly. I'm thrilled. We have a lot to discuss. Today, we received the Fed's rates. Wales has been collecting. Furthermore, I discovered startling evidence indicating XRP is poised to surpass Bitcoin. Institutions are already aware. The information will be covered in more detail later in the stream. We still have a ton to cover. Without further ado, take a seat back and unwind. Let's go right into a $97,028 Bitcoin. As of right now, it has increased by just over 3% in the last day. The price of Ethereum is $1,834. Right now, it's up just over 2%. XRP continues to occupy the fourth position. I'm glad it's coming in at $2. It is also up 2%. Last night, we noticed a pretty little pump in the markets. Everyone is preparing for today's Fed meeting. If I had to speculate, this was in, anticipation of a rate cut by the Fed. Keep in mind that when the Fed lowers interest rates, more lending and borrowing will result in greater riskier assets. Rate decreases are not anticipated in May, in my opinion. I think rate reductions will occur in June. Ultimately, however, rate cuts are going to occur, and this is going to be one of the most optimistic developments for cryptocurrencies. This tweet was posted by me yesterday. Baby, the news website is back. The biggest Ripple and XRP news site, which was once the top one, temporarily disappeared. It has returned. It's going full force. Yesterday, more than 20 articles were posted. One location, real-time coverage, zero fluff, surpow, calm, every headline, every update, and every price movement. This website is ad-free. It's incredibly quick. TA charts are given to you. Everything is yours. Rather than searching Twitter for the most recent XRP and Ripple news, I've got everything covered. Simply visit xrp.com to see it for yourself. We publish content every hour. Throughout the day, fresh articles are being created and shared on Twitter. Get yourself fixed and make sure you get your reading. Let's also take a moment to look back. Does anyone recall this? I am certain that I do. This demonstrates my age. I am aware that you are currently seated and staring at the screen. When amplifier. Oh man, the good old days. It must be at least 20 years old. The preferred music player was that one. We also received breaking news. With blockchain rewards to improve the fan experience, Coinbase is now Riot Games, Global League of Legends, and Valorant Esports event's sole cryptocurrency partner. I just want to let you know how big this is for those of you who don't play games or have anything to do with gaming. How large are these leagues? We asked Croc. In 2023, there were more than 149 million League of Legends players. Nearly 7 million people watch esports at its peak. A total of more than $111 million in prizes have been distributed. There are more than 10 million players on Valorant. Do you realize how much publicity this deal is going to give cryptocurrency? It's enormous. It seems reasonable to give Bhutan a boot, doesn't it? They are launching the first national cryptocurrency payment system for tourists in the world in collaboration with DK Bank and Binance Pay. This is something that has been done in Japan before. However, this is currently taking place in Bhutan. What makes that sound familiar? Remember that 4 years ago, in 2021, the Royal Monetary Authority of Bhutan teamed up with Ripple to test its central bank digital currency using public-private partnerships and a private blockchain. See how this unfolds? A DLT payment mechanism on the public network is used by the general public. Guess what happens if they wish to pay that money in before they depart rather than using an FBX exchange rate? They quickly process the digital currency issued by the central bank. They take care of it. Ownership of XRP. I suppose the word public is appropriate in this context, but if we had to choose between working with a central bank or a public blockchain, you would always choose the central bank. Every single element of the money flowing through the nation is under the central bank's supervision. It should go without saying, according to the most recent Poly market users, there is a 98% likelihood that the Fed will leave rates steady tomorrow. Hey, if you're on that 2%, go ahead and do it. Go to the Bali market, Well, I don't think anything occurs. We've discussed this story for a while, and I would adore it. Nothing would please me more than a rate cut by the Fed today. They either lower rates or declare that they will do so. The price of Bitcoin is likely to skyrocket. It's that easy. Following that, I said, "Good morning. Twitter wants me to promote, so you can't really see it." There you have it. Good morning. I do not anticipate a rate cut from the Fed today. I anticipate their arrival in June. Prepare for market turbulence. What can I expect then? Easy. The Fed emerges. "We're going to leave the rates remain unchanged," they will say. "We will examine the performance and activity of the markets." Blah, blah, blah. They always dance and sing the same tune. Red candles are about to appear on the cryptocurrency market. It's that easy. That's how easy it is. However, yesterday we had a pleasant little push-up. This is very incredible news. Next, we obtained this from the XRP website at this moment. Wallets for XRP whales and wild whales. Woof. They surpassed 300,000. This is significant. So, while everyone is anxious and believes that the bear market has arrived, guess what? The whales continue to amass XRP. What do you suppose the reason is? According to this article, the number of people holding big wallets of XRP, those with at least 10,000 XRP, has significantly increased, reaching 300,000 as early as May 2025. Kyle Dupes, a market analyst, revealed this development, which indicated a move towards strategic asset positioning and greater institutional involvement. Keep in mind that the retail price is in XRP. Everyone says, "Rest in peace." What do you mean? Easy. At this point, retail would need to have a sizable quantity of XRP in order to experience major financial changes during this bull cycle. We would require about 200,000. We will receive roughly 100,000 XRP for 200,000. If we reach a $10 XRP this cycle, we might potentially make $1 million. The 20-30-40-50 cent XRP that you were accustomed to is no longer available, and it won't return there. But what do we observe in the interim? The big boys, the central banks, are coming in, and we see the whales and institutions building up. Institutions are aware that the central banks are in charge of their country's money, and if Ripple can persuade them to join forces and use XRP as an in and out route to their currency, then we're talking about all the money, and as David Schwartz stated, a high-value XRP. We have a lot more to discuss, so I'm going to leave it at that. There is a join button below if you would like to join this channel and avoid advertisements. Although it costs $4.99 a month, it's well worth it. You get bonus stuff when it comes out, and there are no advertisements. The people who will be receiving it are you. I will leave it at that. I will see you all at the next one.